TBR. This is the first TBR video that I'm filming for 2025. I'm super excited to be getting into this video. You guys know how much fun I have filming TBR videos. So for this start of the year and for the first TBR of the year, I'm just going to be drawing from my prompts jar. There's still quite a few prompts in here that I haven't gotten to. I think I'm going to draw 8 prompts rather than 6 to see which ones we get. We might not even be picking off the TBR cart, to be honest. I'm going to see what I want to read, but honestly, there aren't really too many books on the TBR cart that I actually want to read this month, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, like, again, there are other books that I would like to be getting to, like finishing off my December TBR of books that I didn't get to read in December. They kind of got pushed to January, and then there's also a couple new releases coming out, and there might be 1 or 2 series that I would like to read over what's on my cart. So we're just going to pick from the good old jar, so we're just going to give it a good shake. I haven't put any new prompts in here, but we're going to see what we get, and it's going to be fun. So let's just mix it up, and we're just going to pick... Oh, I have 2. Okay, this is the first one. All right, we got a blue one, so let's see what we got. I'm not going to do like the... Oh, okay, 5-star prediction. That's a pretty good prompt, actually. I'm not going to do the envelopes, though, because it's just like too much time, and honestly, like just drawing the prompts is just a lot easier. So I don't think I'm going to pull anything from the cart, even though I feel like some of these books up here would be 5-star predictions. I'm going to be pulling from my December TBR of books that I didn't get to in December, and I know I put this book on probably 2 TBRs at this point, but honestly, I am really going to prioritize this book this month. I really would like to read this. My goal for 2025 is just to kind of spend a little bit more time on books, especially like longer books. Like, I'd rather, you know, just take my time with them to really like enjoy my experience reading them. So the one that I'm going to pick for that one is Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale. I know I keep on putting this on constant TBRs, but here we are. And just because I'm not picking off the cart doesn't mean I don't have quite a few unread books on my shelves. And that's basically what I'm picking from. But again, this was a book that I did not get to in December. I really wanted to, but I think now at this point, it's going to happen, because I think first I said I really wanted to read this in November. Then I said I really wanted to read it in December, and then I ended up reading the Six of Crows duology over this, and I regret nothing because that duology was fantastic. So, yeah, we're going to choose this as the first prompt. I don't need to read what it's about again. I've read it like 5 million times. Hopefully, we will be able to get to that this month. I am putting it out there that I am going to try, and I think I'm going to actually pick it up this month because I really don't want to keep on putting it off. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw another one. Let's take one from over here. Let's just mix it up a little bit. Okay, let's see what this one looks like. We got another blue one. Okay. All right, we got Out of My Comfort Zone. If you can see that. Okay. I really do want to read something out of my comfort zone, but I don't really know what's on my physical TBR that actually is right now. All of these, like, I'm pretty drawn to, so not much of them are out of my comfort zone. You know what? Maybe I'm just going to choose from this stack of books that I literally am already going to be intending on reading for 2025. I was literally just I just took these off of my TBR shelf and put them down here, and I was just going to show you guys. So I think I'm going to pick this one because honestly, this would be a book that I wouldn't just pick up to read as like a comfort read, but I know a lot of people adore this book. But I'm going to say Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman's Good Omens. And the reason why I want to put this one on my TBR is because my boyfriend really wants me to read this book. Honestly, it's not too long of a book. It's only 400 pages, 398 pages. And I think I'm going to just have a great time reading this. I've actually did watch the Amazon show and I did really enjoy it. We never finished the second season because we kind of stopped watching it because basically it was only supposed to be a first season because it was based on the book, obviously, and then the second season kind of strayed from what the book was about. So Amazon loves to do that. So I think I'm going to choose this one. What's funny is that this is now, I think, maybe almost the third time that I've drawn this prompt from this jar, and I don't think I've completed it. I mean, obviously I haven't because I will put uncompleted prompts back in the jar if I didn't complete them from the previous month. So that's going to be the pick for the second prompt. All right, third prompt. See what we get, because again, just the envelopes take way too much time to like set up the prompts that way. All right, so let's take from over here. All right, we got a pink one. Finally, a different color. And again, the colors are completely random. They don't mean anything. Okay. Author everybody loves. I'm literally just eyeing the ones that I haven't read yet that are next to me. Like, I keep on doing that. And honestly, I know which one I want to pick for that one as well. Yeah, we're just going to pick this one. I picked this in my blind TBR, but honestly, I think I really do want to read this in January, and I don't want to be putting it off anymore. I could also pick... I think this author is more well-loved. I was going to pick Leigh Bardugo's Other Duology because I'm still, like, dying for more Grishaverse, but I'm going to read that anyway. So I think I'm going to pick Brandon Sanderson's Waybreaker for this prompt. Like I said, I want to kind of pick more intimidating books that I would like to read over, like, you know, other like palette cleansers this month. Even though I did start the month with a romance that I'm going to talk about as my current read, and I'm still reading it. It's literally the 1st of January, so it's not like a huge deal if I'm still reading it, obviously. But I think that this would be perfect, and like I said, I really do want to read this. This one is longer than Good Omens, but honestly, I think I'm going to try and read this throughout the month, or I'm just going to take my time with it. We will see what happens, but I'm really wanting to get to at least this book, you know, before the winter is over. So if I don't get to it this month, then maybe it'll be pushed to February, but I would like to binge the Shatter Me series in February. So, but I really think that January would be a good time to read this one. So we're going to do Waybreaker by Brandon Sanderson for that prompt. Okay, next prompt. Maybe we'll get something off the cart. Maybe we won't. If we pull the duology prompt, then I'm just going to tell you guys the duology that I really want to read. Okay. So let's go ahead and mix it up again. Okay, let's pick one from here. All right, we got another pink one. Why do we keep on getting the same colors 2 times in a row? Can I speak? Okay. Okay. Bookish vibes. And I actually do have one on Kindle that I would pick for that. I might pick a book on Kindle because actually all the books on my physical TBR don't really give off bookish vibes. Like, none of them are about like a library or like a random magical bookshop or stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna pick this one. Maybe we'll get to it in January, because honestly, like, I haven't really read much on my Kindle lately because, like I said, I've been reading a lot on my um physical TBR. Oh, this book is on Kindle Unlimited too. That's cool. All right. Let me pull it up on Goodreads, because honestly, I might want to get to this in January just because it would be a super short, quick read that I think would be really fun to work into this TBR. If it would show up on Goodreads. Okay. So it's called The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. That's literally like the perfect pick for this prompt, if I do say so myself. And basically it's just about a magical bookshop. I'll actually read the synopsis of this one because you guys know all the synopses of the other ones. They're like classics and like intimidating books, and like also ones that have been on previous TBRs. This one says the keeper of stories meets the lost apothecary in this evocative and charming novel full of mystery and secrets. The thing about books, she said, is that they help you imagine a life bigger and better than you could ever dream of. On a quiet street in Dublin, a lost bookshop is waiting to be found. For too long, Opaline, Martha, and Henry have been side characters in their own lives. But when a vanishing bookshop casts its spell, these three unsuspecting strangers will discover that their own stories are every bit as extraordinary as the ones found in the pages of their beloved books. And by unlocking the secrets of the shelves, they find themselves transported to a world of wonder where nothing is as it seems. That sounds so good. It has a 4.05 on Goodreads, and I've heard nothing but great things about this book. So I think that would be a really good book to try and get to this month. Again, this is just a TBR. That doesn't mean we're going to read all of these books. You know, it's always like a tentative thing. So I don't have to feel so bad when I don't get to all the books on my TBR. And again, there's going to be quite 4 new releases that I would like to read over some of these books potentially. So, all right. So let's go ahead and pick again. And we're just going to go for... No, we're not picking another pink one. Let's go for here. All right, we got another blue one. Okay. So this one says... You know what? I might just use the current read that I'm reading right now because this was already on my January TBR. And this is probably the only book that does take place in my hometown or on my home island. It says takes place on Long Island. I forgot that I even put this prompt in here. I think I'm just going to use that because literally it does take place between New York City and Long Island. So sorry if that's cheating. I mean, it's still on my January TBR, and that is The Matzo Ball by Jean Meltzer. I'm just going to use my current read because this is actually a Hanukkah book, and I've been reading it since the night of December 31st. Actually, no. I started it on December 31st. And I'm on page 163, and so far I'm loving this. I think it's so funny. And I'm just having, like, the best time. I'm actually happy that I'm reading, like, a romance with, like, a little bit more depth to start this year off, because the last 2 that I read were not that great. They were The Kiss Curse and The Wedding Witch. So this has just been so much better. And basically, they keep on bouncing around from Long Island to New York. So this is absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to pick The Matzo Ball. All right. So off to the next one. Why is this taking forever? Okay. Let's pick another prompt. All right, let's pick one from over here. I never really go in this corner. Okay, we got a yellow one. So let's see what this one says. I think I've picked 5 so far. Yeah. Sci-fi. Do I have any other sci-fi? I do have one sci-fi. I might actually listen to the audiobook of this one this month because I have one other audiobook that I would like to listen to. So then I might just listen to those two audiobooks, and then I'm going to listen to Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. So I might pick this one because I've heard so many good things about the audiobook of this. Like, they say that the audiobook is amazing. So I'm hoping I can trade in my Audible credit to listen to this. And everybody absolutely raves about this book. So I don't know why I bought the physical copy, because I literally could just pick the audiobook because, again, everybody says it's amazing. So for the sci-fi prompt, I'm going to pick Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary. And I'm going to see, maybe it's available on YouTube, because honestly, there's a lot of good audiobooks available on YouTube for free. I'm still in the middle of listening to the first book in the Crescent City series, and I really have not been liking it that much. So, let's see. Animated audiobook, chapters 1 through 16. Oh, it's right here. Perfect.
Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir.
Great. It's on YouTube. We're going to listen to the audiobook. So yeah, that's perfect, because I've been really wanting to get to this book. And honestly, this could have worked for my out of my comfort zone prompt as well. But hey, we're picking a book off the cart, and also we're listening to an audiobook. So that's actually really exciting. And I'm kind of in the mood for sci-fi because, again, I haven't really read much sci-fi at all. And again, I hear absolutely amazing things about this. Basically, it's about a lone astronaut, an impossible mission, an ally he never imagined. Ryland Grace is a sole survivor on the desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and Earth itself will perish. Except that right now he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to complete it. All he knows is that he's been asleep for a very, very long time, and he's just been awakened to find himself millions of miles from home with nothing but 2 corpses for company. This just sounds so freaking good. I kind of want to be freaked out a little bit. I've never read any space kind of sci-fi before, so this will be really exciting. So I'm actually really excited about that, but I'm definitely going to be listening to the audiobook of that because, again, everybody says the audiobook is absolutely amazing. Well, actually, I think that's the AI version, but again, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure it still works incredibly. Unless I might be able to trade in my other Audible credit that I just finished. I'm not really sure yet. Because I just used my Audible credit for December on Crooked Kingdom. I literally got it like 2 days ago so I could listen to it. And I finished it in like a day. Alright, let's pick another prompt. We got another blue one. I guess we're just going to read this one. We still have 3 more prompts left. Okay, so this one is historical fiction. I already have a historical fiction on here. So maybe we will change... Hold on. We're going to change historical fiction to The Nightingale because obviously this is a historical fiction. So we're just going to make this historical fiction. I think that's better. And I think I have another book that I would like to pick as a 5-star prediction. I'm either between... And these are just next to me. The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett or Blood Over Bright Haven by Emma Wang. I picked up these 2 books just because Books with Emily Fox raved about these and she gave both these books 5 stars. But I think I'm going to go with The Tainted Cup. Even though I really want to read Blood Over Bright Haven as well, I'm still going to be putting this on my January TBR. But I think this might be an even higher 5-star. You know what? We're going to go with this one, actually. Again, don't ever listen to what the hell I say because it's never going to be accurate whatsoever. Like, I even lie to myself about what I'm going to read or what I'm going to pick. So yeah, we're going to pick Blood Over Bright Haven by Emma Wang. I'm not going to read the synopsis yet again because I've read the synopsis of this like twice. But I really, really want to read this month. So besides Brandon Sanderson's Waybreaker, we're going to have um, Blood Over Bright Haven as another standalone fantasy, which I'm not upset about at all. So we're going to put that here, and I think I'm going to absolutely love it. So far, I think we actually only have one more prompt yet left. Oh my god, because we've already picked 7. The Will of the Many could have been a 5-star prediction too. I don't know when I'm going to get to that one, but honestly, we've already picked some long books this month, so I'm not going to pick any more longer books. But everybody says that book is amazing too, and I also picked that book up because of Books with Emily Fox as well. She loved all 3 of these books, so I think I'm going to love them too. Alright, one more. Okay, let's pick this one. Why do we get another pink one? Oh my god. I want like a gray one or something. Another pink one. Alright, we're not going to pick again then. Let's see what this one says. Book that's going to be a movie. I don't know if I have anything that's going to be a movie. That's on my, or is going to be on my January TBR. And I've honestly read most of the, I mean, again, the only one that would work for that would be The Nightingale. Because this one is going to be soon to be a major motion picture. But I already picked that for like literally 2 prompts. Alright, I think we're just going to pick another prompt then. Because I don't think I have anything that would remotely be close to that. Alright, we finally got a yellow one. Or have anything on my physical TBR. Sports romance. Do I have any of those on my physical TBR either? I don't think so. No, I don't. Alright, we're gonna pick another one. Sorry. I'm just trying to work on my physical TBR. Alright, let's go ahead and pick another one. Okay. Let's just do one of these. Another pink one. I don't know if this one would work for this. I don't know if I have anything else. It says fairy tale vibes, but I don't think I have anything that would remotely give me fairy tale vibes. I don't really have any cozy mystery or like cozy fantasy and stuff. Alright, let's pick one more, and we're gonna have to do that one if we pick it because... Alright, another pink one! Oh my god! Okay, this is perfect. Book I can finish in a day. I put this prompt back in here because originally I had picked A Talent for Murder, I think all the way back in October, and that was on my October TBR, but I got literally like not even 20 pages into this book, and honestly it was just not for me. I think I gave it away. I can't remember. But I'm gonna declutter it already. But I actually have a book on Kindle Unlimited that will be perfect for this. So I'm going to pull it up. I'm actually already reading it, but I guarantee I'm going to finish this in a day because it's a thriller. Let's see. And it's kind of like one of those like wintry vibes kind of thrillers. It says I only have 7 hours left in it, so I'll definitely... Because it's actually the next book that I'm going to read after the matzo ball, and I really do want to read this book. And I kind of like I said, wanted to just start off the month with like easier like reads. And why am I typing The Rock? And it's called Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. This is one of the most popular thriller books out there. And so far, I'm enjoying it. I'm only like 25 pages into it because I'm just reading it randomly here and there. And honestly, I'm really liking the writing style of it so far. I'm kind of already enjoying it more so than most of the Frida McFadden books that I've um, read lately. And I think this one might creep me out a little bit. So we're going to pick that book for Book I Can Finish in a Day. So those are all the prompts that I'm going to be picking. I think we have a really good variety of books here. So let's just go through the prompts really quick, even though I switched them a couple of times. So the first prompt was 5-star prediction, right? Is this 5-star prediction? No, but I probably should pick this one as 5-star prediction. But the one that I picked is Blood Over Bright Haven by Emma Wang for 5-star prediction. And then for, what's this one again? Out of My Comfort Zone, I picked Good Omens by Terry Pratchett. And then historical fiction, I picked Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale. Author that everybody loves, I picked Brandon Sanderson's Waybreaker. Set in Long Island, I picked The Matzo Ball by Gene Meltzer, which is my current read anyway. And then sci-fi pick, we picked Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary because I'm just going to be listening to the audiobook of this one. And then, like I said, for bookish vibes is The Lost Bookshop. And then Book I Can Finish in a Day is going to be Rock, Paper, Scissors. So now we are going to go through the rest of my TBR for the month of January. And also I'm just going to tell you guys the new releases that I'm going to be reading in January. So I think this is a pretty good TBR. It's like nothing too crazy. I mean, I still have quite a few books that I would like to read, but honestly, like I'm not trying to like overwhelm myself. I think that this is going to be a really good TBR of like books that I really want to get to this month. Let's go ahead and pull up the first one. I'm so excited for this book. I don't know why no one's really talked about it, but I cannot wait for this to come out. And this is the first new release that's coming out. It's literally coming out in 6 days, and that is For Ruined Realms by May Corlin. And this is the second book in the Five Broken Blades series. I don't know if there's going to be more than 2 books. So far, there's only the second book that is coming out that's announced. But I am so excited. I'm going to eat this book up. I really, really enjoyed the first one. So I'm for sure reading this as soon as it comes out. I'm probably going to read it as soon as, I finish like my second or third book of the month, hopefully. But I'm going to read it regardless, whether I'm finished with the book I'm reading or not, because I'm literally so excited for it. So that is the first new release. I'm not going to read the synopsis because it's the second book in a series. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Okay, then next up is actually this one. I think these books both come out on the same day, right after the other new release that I'm going to read. Yeah, these both come out the same day. So let me pull up the one I'm literally the most excited for, and I think millions of people are excited for this book to come out, and that is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, and this is the third book in the Fourth Wing series, and you best believe as soon as this book comes out, I am not going to be doing anything. I am so excited for this book to come out. All I'm going to be doing is reading this book. I don't even care how long it takes me. I am so freaking excited for this book to come out. Honestly, if I don't read anything else besides this book in January, I really wouldn't care. I am that excited for this, and it comes out January 21st. Literally, we have like less than pretty much 20 days left until this book comes out. You best believe I'm going to be picking up the physical copy because I need all of the Fourth Wing books. So yeah, super excited for that. Again, not going to read the synopsis because it's the third book in the series. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. And then the next book is Frida McFadden's new release, which is The Crash. And a lot of people have been getting a little bit upset with how many books she's pumping out because honestly, they feel like she's just pushing out as many books as possible rather than worrying about like the quality of the books. And people think it's like a little bit suspicious that she's pumping out books so fast. But anyway, I'm still going to read this book. It comes out January 28th. I'm excited for it. Basically, this one reminds me of like Never Lie and The Boyfriend. It's like atmospheric synopsis, like kind of mixed together because it's kind of like a snowed in kind of thriller, exactly like Never Lie. And Never Lie is my favorite book from Freida McFadden. And this one says the nightmare she's running from is nothing compared to where she's headed. Tegan is 8 months pregnant, alone, and desperately wants to put her crumbling life in the rearview mirror. So she hits the road, planning to stay with her brother until she can figure out her next move. But she doesn't realize she's heading straight into a blizzard. She never arrives at her destination. Stranded in rural Maine with a dead car and broken ankle, Tegan worries she's made a terrible mistake. Then a miracle happens and she is rescued by a couple who offers her a room in their warm cabin until the snow clears, but something isn't right. It really sounds just like The Boyfriend and also Never Lies. So it's a very similar synopsis. All except those two characters weren't pregnant. This character's pregnant. Tegan believes she was waiting out a storm, but as time ticks by, she comes to realize she's in grave danger. This safe haven isn't what she thought it was, and staying here may have been the most deadly mistake yet. So excited for that one. And then the last January release that I am most likely going to be reading. I don't know if I have to read this right away, but honestly, I enjoyed Out on a Limb so much, so I'm very excited for the sequel, and that is Out of the Woods by Hannah Boehm Young, and this is the second book in the Out on a Limb series, and you guys know I absolutely adore that book. Where is it? I think it's right here. I absolutely loved it. It's right behind the picture. That's a 5-star read for me. I absolutely adored it. So this one also comes out January 28th, 2025, so I think I'm going to love it. Hannah Boehm Young, I feel like as an author, just like so much quality over, popularity, and I just think her books are so well written, and I'm so excited for it. Not going to say what it's about, but this is Sarah and Caleb's story, because Sarah and Caleb are the best friends of Winnie and the main male character. I can't remember his name off the top of my head in the first book. So basically, Sarah is Winnie's best friend, and so is Caleb pretty much. So it's just going to be their love story, and I literally can't wait for it because it's going to be so cute. I'm going to eat it up. So I probably am going to read that as soon as it comes out, probably as soon as we're finished with Onyx Storm. Then I'm just going to read those 2 books, and that'll be it. So yeah, let me go ahead and put these books on my TBR shelf and just tell you guys the last couple of books that I'm going to be putting on my January TBR, and I think we're going to have a really good TBR for this month. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the rest of the books that are going to be going on my January TBR. They're basically all the books that I have left over of books that I wanted to read in December, but I just didn't end up getting to them. So the first one is going to be Games Untold by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is probably going to be the 3rd book that I read in this month because I really do want to finish off the Inheritance Games series. So I'm just going to read this in order to be all caught up with the Inheritance Games. And so far, I've been having such a great time with this series. I really, really like it. It says, discover a mind-blowingly romantic world of power and puzzles and majesty and mystery and life and death secrets for the 4 Hawthorne brothers and the Harris who inherited their billionaire grandfather's fortune. There's always another mystery to be solved and another game to be played. And when you love the way the Hawthornes love, there is no going back. So definitely 100% reading this. I was going to read it in December, but just, time got away from me. And also, I did film a vlog of all series that I'm in the middle of that I'm going to post that I read Foxglove and Crooked Kingdom because I just wanted to continue the Six of Crows duology, and those were the last 2 books that I finished in 2024, so I really did just want to end the year with a bang. And then also I read Vengeance of the Pirate Queen, which is the 3rd book in the Daughter of the Pirate King trilogy, and I read The Kiss Curse because I was in the middle of the X-Hex series as well. Now I'm all caught up with that one as well. Then the next one is going to be The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. I would like to get to this book in January, mostly because I might return it to Barnes and Noble, like, when I can, because this book was not cheap. But also, like, this was actually just as pricey on Amazon as well, so that's why I just decided to pick it up at Barnes and Noble. I'm like, I'm not gonna get it any cheaper anyway. Because the second book in this comes out in April, and I'm very excited for that, so I would like to read the first one before it comes out. I don't know if I might just wait until April, but at the same time, I know there's quite a few April and May releases that I am so excited for that I don't want to be worrying about a book that I want to get to. And also, again, the next book in this series comes out in April, so I'd rather read this now. And also, I'm really in the mood for it because it's like more of like a fantasy mystery kind of book, and I think I'm absolutely going to adore this. A lot of people really love this book, and I, again, just really want to be ready for the second book, so I think I'm definitely going to be getting to this in January, so I'm really excited for that one. Again, I wanted to read it in December, but again, just simply ran out of time. And then the next one is the second book in Richard Osman's The Thursday Murder Club series. So this one is also going to be in the like next continuing series I'm in the middle of vlog, and that is The Man Who Died Twice. I just want to get some water, like feeling a little bit out of breath because now I've been speaking for like 40 minutes already. This is actually going to be a really curated TBR, so I'm actually very excited for this. So this one is, again, the second book in the Thursday Murder Club series, and I adored the first one. I gave the first book 5 stars, so I really have been wanting to get to the second one. This one says the Thursday Murder Club are still riding high off their recent real-life murder case and are looking forward to a bit of peace and quiet at Cooper's Chase, their posh retirement village. But they are out of luck. An unexpected visitor arrives, desperate for their help. He has been accused of stealing diamonds worth millions, and he's seriously on the lam. Then a body is discovered, and Elizabeth Joyce, Ron, and Ibrahim soon find themselves up against a ruthless murderer who wouldn't bat an eyelid at knocking off 4 septuagenarians. Hopefully that's how you say it. Can our unlikely friends catch the killer before the killer catches them? Richard Osman is back with everyone's favorite mystery-solving quartet in an unputdownable, laugh-out-loud pleasure of a read. So I'm very excited for this one. I've been really having a good time continuing this series here and there. So definitely going to be reading that one. And then the only other the only other romance that I'm going to be putting on my TBR, besides The Matzo Ball and Out of the Woods by Hannah Boehm Young, is this one, because I really did want to get to this one in December, but I didn't, so I am going to put You With The View back on my TBR, and I really do want to read this. These were all still books that I was in the mood to read, so I feel like just carrying it over, and again, since I pick much bigger TBRs, but this one, again, is not gonna be as big as some of my other TBR videos, or my TBRs in previous months, because I have a lot of intimidating books that I'm putting on my January TBR, so I think it'll be better to have this one to be a little bit smaller. So this one, I did read Jessica Joyce's Ex Vows, and I have it right here. I love this book. It's so good. I think it's right there. Yeah, it's literally right there. It's such a good book, so I really do want to get to this one as well. I picked this one up pretty much right after I finished the Ex Vows because I loved that book so much that I'm like, I just wanted more from Jessica Joyce. I think she's a great author. And this says, 2 former high school enemies must reunite for a road trip inspired by their grandparents' broken engagement in this electric debut romance. So basically, like, I think this is an influencer romance. I'll read the synopsis one more time. I think we only have 2 more books to talk about after this. 3 more books, but I think that's it. I think that's all I'm gonna, no, 4 more books, but we'll talk about them in a minute. So this one says, Nicole Shepard is unemployed living with her parents and grieving the loss of her beloved grandmother when she discovers decades-old photos of Graham and a smitten man tucked along a love letter. She creates a TikTok to search for the mystery man, which goes viral, and she's shocked when his grandson responds, a man who happens to be her high school nemesis, Theo Spencer. That's all I'm going to read. I just think this is going to be a fun time. So we're going to put this one up here as well. And then this one, I'm just using this as a placeholder for now because I actually don't know if my mom owns the first book in this series. And this is honestly going to be my first epic fantasy series besides, Waybreaker by Brandon Sanderson, but that is a standalone. But I am actually going to be joining a book club read along, and I think it's called the Middle Earth Along, and it's actually hosted by Booked and Busy, and she is one of my favorite YouTubers on YouTube. She really reads a lot of epic fantasy, and I get a lot of like fantasy recommendations from her. Can I speak right now? I'm like stuttering every 5 seconds. So I am going to be reading the prequel book to The Lord of the Rings, which is The Hobbit. I'm just holding up The Fellowship of the Ring because this is going to be an entire like read along for the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy and also The Hobbit. They're starting with The Hobbit in January, so I really do want to read The Hobbit in January. So, The Hobbit is not going to be as intimidating as the trilogy is because my boyfriend said it's like very easy to read and you're going to have like less of a longer time. You don't have to put as much time into reading it because I'm sure it's faster and it's quicker. But I really do want to get to Lord of the Rings, so I think I'm going to be reading this over the course of the next couple of months because she only requires you to read one of them a month. So that should be plenty of time for me to get all 3 done, but we will see. Maybe we'll just read them throughout the year, but I at least want to read the first one in February. But we're going to read The Hobbit in January by J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh my God. I'm sorry. So I'm super excited for that one. I'm just going to put it over there because I'm probably most likely going to buy it on Kindle if my mom doesn't have it because I don't think I'm going to go out and physically buy it. Okay, and then the next one that I really do want to read, and think I'm going to read this on Kindle as well because it's actually on Kindle Unlimited and I already downloaded it because the physical book is kind of a chonker and I feel like it's going to be really annoying to hold this. But honestly, I bought this because look at this. It's called The North is the Night by Emily Rath. And this is like a new kind of winter fantasy book and I'm like, sign me up. When I read the synopsis of this, I thought it sounded so good. But look at these sprayed edges. Like, are you joking? Look at how pretty it is. And I picked this up with the gift card that my one of my friends got me along with the 2 other books that I'm going to be reading this month as well. So I'm actually going to be reading all 3 of the books that I just picked up as well. I'm trying to do that more and read more books that I picked up more recently, like Fear the Flames. Adored this book and I picked that up like a couple of weeks ago in December and I absolutely loved it. So, and also I picked up Games Untold around that time as well. So I'm going to be reading that too. And then this one. So this one just sounds amazing and I'm so excited for it, but it's on Kindle Unlimited. So might as well read it on there. It says, "You're mine in life and death, body and soul. In the depths of the Finnish wilderness, more than wolves roamed the dark woods. When a death goddess attacks their village, best friends Siri and Anya prove helpless to stop her from dragging Anya into Tolnella, the mythical underworld. Determined to save her beloved Anya, Siri braves a dangerous journey north, seeking help from the greatest shaman of legend, the only person ever to venture into Tolnina and return alive." I'm definitely butchering that name. "There's only one problem. The stories say he has since died. In Tolonia, the cruel witch queen turns Anya's every waking moment into a living nightmare. But Anya soon learns that God of Death himself has plans for her. To escape, she strikes a costly bargain with him, not knowing that Siri plots a daring rescue. In this sweeping fantasy adventure, the perfect for fans of Adrian Young, hope and love must conquer even death itself." Doesn't that sound so freaking good? So I'm really excited for this one. This is a new release as well. So I think that this is going to be great. Again, I'm picking another longer book, but I think I'm going to read this earlier in the month, most likely, because I'm so excited to read this. And hello, it's like the perfect like winter vibes fantasy. Like, are you kidding me? This is so perfect for winter time. So I can't wait to read that. And then the last two are on my shelf down here because I'm keeping them on display together, but I'm just going to grab them really quick and talk about them because this is going to be continuing my Grishaverse journey, and that is the second duology in the Grishaverse, and that is, hold on, I have to sneeze. And that is going to be the King of Scars duology. Look at these covers. Aren't they so beautiful? Like, are you joking? So they're both by Leigh Bardugo, of course. And like I said before, I did read, but I need to see what the hell these other books are. Maybe they're like short stories. I don't even know. But so far, I've only read the Six of Crows duology. And like I said, I just finished those. So I really do want to go into these two books as well. I've been eyeing them for so long, and I absolutely adored the Six of Crows duology, so I think that this would be the perfect series to continue in January. And actually, the first one, King of Scars, is on Kindle Unlimited as well, so I most likely will read it on Kindle Unlimited because this is a 500-page book, but honestly, I feel like you would get through this pretty fast. It's actually even bigger type than Six of Crows, so I honestly don't think it would take that long. So it says, face your demons or feed them. The boy king, the war hero, the prince with a demon curled inside his heart. Nikolai Landstov has always had a gift for the impossible. Yet with each day, a dark magic within him grows stronger, threatening to destroy all he has built. His country is Nikolai's first love, and whatever it demands, he will give. Zoya Neskalensky has devoted her life to honing her deadly talents and rebuilding the Grisha army. Despite their magical gifts, Zoya knows the Grisha cannot survive without Ravka, and Ravka cannot survive a weakened king. Zoya will stop at nothing to help Nikolai secure the throne, but she also has new enemies to conquer in the battle to come. That sounds so good. And then Rule of Wolves says, I think these might have a lot more magic in them than Six of Crows. Not that I didn't enjoy them, because obviously I loved them. So it says the wolves are circling and Ravka's time is running out. The Demon King, with Frisia's army on the attack, Nikolai Landstov must summon all his ingenuity and charm, and even the monster within, to win this fight. I love how short this synopsis is. So, like, if you are reading it to somebody, or like you don't want any spoilers going into the second one, I like that it doesn't really reveal that much, so I feel like it's not that spoilery. The Storm Witch, Zoya Natskalini, has lost too much to war. Now she must embrace her powers to become the weapon her country needs, no matter the cost. The Queen of Morning, deep undercover, Nina Zenik risks discovery and death as she wages war on Frisia from the inside. King, general, spy, together they must find a way to forge a future in the darkness or watch a nation fall. That sounds amazing. I can't wait to read these. I'm literally so obsessed. I cannot wait. They're just so good. Oh my god. I can't believe it took me this long to get into the Grishaverse, but I am here for it. Let me just see what the other one... What is it called? I can't even read it. What does that say? The Language of Thorns. I've never really seen anybody talk about these two. But let me see. And then there's one more book I'm going to talk about. And that's about it. So, not really too bad of a TBR this month. Because again, I have longer ones. It says 0.5. Oh, it's just like an illustrated book, I guess? Oh, it's like short stories, I think. Oh, that's cool. I might read those eventually, but I feel like I don't have to read those like right away. What is the other one called? The Lives of Saints. This one's only like a novella, I think. Yeah, replica of the Lives of Saints. Okay, probably not required. And then there's one more book that I don't have right now, but it's also a book that my boyfriend wants me to read. So I'm gonna do a full vlog of like books he wants me to read. And it's actually another Terry Pratchett book, so I'm probably gonna do The Color of Magic, Good Omens, and The Hobbit all in that reading vlog. Not sure how long they're gonna take me, but these books are probably not that long. Yeah, this book is only 228 pages. So he really wants me to read Terry Pratchett's The Color of Magic, and it's super short, which is another Terry Pratchett book, which he also read Good Omens too. He's a very famous author. So it says, in a world supported on the back of a giant turtle, sex unknown, a gleeful, explosive, wickedly eccentric expedition sets out. There's an avaricious but inept wizard, a naive tourist whose luggage moves on hundreds of dear little legs, dragons who only exist if you believe in them, and of course, the edge of the planet. That sounds so good. I have to add it to my want to read. I can't believe it's not even on there. So that is it. That is our January TBR. Let's see how many books that is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 new releases, which is 12, 13, 14, 15. The Hobbit is 16. This book is 17. I just wanted to keep it on display. And The Color of Magic is 18. Is that it? That might be it. That's pretty good TBR, actually. Oh, and Rock, Paper, Scissors is 19, and the Matzo Ball is 20. Like I said, we're probably not gonna get to all of them. And again, I am listening to the audiobook of this one, and we might not get to Waybreaker again. I'm only one person, all right? We're gonna see what we get to, but I'm excited for it. I think this is gonna be a really fun reading month. It's a lot of books that I've been wanting to get to for a while, so I'm gonna go because I need to get ready for bed and stuff. I need to stop going to bed at freaking 4 in the morning. It's just like ruining my life, and I'm not even sleeping. So anyway, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at cpw819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're reading any of these books anytime soon, or if you have read them, please let me know what you thought. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Keep reading. Bye.